Let's explore reflection and translation. These are two ways of moving shapes around without changing their size or shape. Reflection means flipping a shape over a line, just like when you look in a mirror. The line that you reflect across is called the mirror line. Imagine you have a shape, like a triangle, and a straight line drawn on the paper. If you reflect the shape across the line, you'll see the mirror image of that shape on the other side. Every point on the original shape moves across the line the same distance on the other side, just like how your reflection in a mirror looks the same distance away from the mirror as you are. How to draw reflected shapes using a mirror. Here's how you can reflect a shape. First, find the mirror line, the line you are reflecting the shape over. Put a small mirror along the mirror line so you can see the reflection of the shape. Trace the shape you see in the mirror. If you don't have a mirror, you can count how far each point on the shape is from the mirror line. Then, place the reflected points the same distance on the other side of the mirror line and connect them to form the reflected shape. Translation: sliding shapes. Translation means sliding a shape from one position to another without turning it or flipping it over. The shape stays exactly the same. It just moves. Translation on a grid. When you translate a shape on a grid, each point of the shape moves the same distance in the same direction. How to translate a shape. Pick a direction you want to move the shape in. For example, you might want to slide it 3 squares to the right and 2 squares up. Trace the shape onto a piece of tracing paper. Slide, translate, the tracing paper by counting the squares for each direction. For example, 3 squares to the right and 2 squares up. Draw the new position of the shape after sliding. You can use coordinates to help with this. For each point of the shape, you can add or subtract the number of squares you move from the coordinates. Reflection and translation on grids. Reflection on a grid. To reflect a shape on a grid, count how far each point is from the mirror line and place the reflected point the same distance on the other side. Translation on a grid. To translate a shape on a grid, move every point of the shape by the same number of squares in the same direction. Example: reflection and translation. Let's say you have a triangle with corners at points 2, 3, 4, 3, and 3, 5 on a grid. To reflect the triangle across the y-axis, the vertical line, you'll move each point across the line. The reflected triangle would have points at 2, 3, 4, 3, and 3, 5. To translate the triangle by 3 squares right and 2 squares up, you'll move each point the same amount. So the new points would be 5, 5, 7, 5, and 6, 7. Reflection is like flipping a shape across a mirror line. You can draw the reflected shape by measuring how far each point is from the line and reflecting it. Translation is sliding a shape from one place to another without flipping or rotating it. On a grid, you can move each point by counting squares in the direction you want to go. These methods let you move shapes around while keeping them the same size and shape. You're just changing their position.